It's so true. Faith is my shield and love is the armor. And that's why I'm here today. Thank you all for coming. I have such an amazing team. I just want to call out to my sons because they're the reason I'm in recovery. Yeah. You might wonder, what recovery from what? I'm going to tell you what I look like when I showed up, which is not what I look like today. My hair was in a bandana. I had steel-toed boots on. I was a fighter. I was not somebody that you approached easily at all. And when I had my little ones with me, you never wanted to go near them. I remember people would show up and want to direct them, and I'd interject. And so I came into recovery. My first one was from crime. Yeah, I was a criminal to start with. And I didn't see anything wrong with that, okay? That was a you problem, not a me problem. Except for one day, I had this enlightened moment. And I was watching my sons. And let me back up a little bit. So I met a man. And like I said, I was violent, and I was telling him a story about somebody trying to break into my car. And I went to race after him, and the guy was running so fast, and he slipped in between these two buildings, and I slammed on my brakes just before hitting the building, and the man I was dating said, "Where's the body?" And I knew that was the man for me. Yeah, we were going to have a great time together. We were going to have a great marriage. He understood me. So I have these two kids. I don't know why I have these two kids, okay, because I was not a mother. Okay, there's nurturing components to a woman that I just did not possess. So I had to learn what these were. And one of the things was I had that moment that I had spoken about. I had this moment of clarity for a moment, and I was looking at them, and I thought, oh no. Uh-oh. I see institutions for sure coming on. The writing is on the wall. Now, I don't know if you guys know the Menendez brothers, but I was raising a couple. So, I know, right? Pressure. Pressure to do the right thing, right? Yeah. And according to you, not to me. Like, right? So I started seeking out, how do I change the trajectory of my children's life? And somehow, through a parenting course that I was taking, I found a member of a 12-step program and invited me there. And I seen a word that really freaked me out. That word is we. Yeah. I did not want to know any of you. However, it's amazing what happens, because when you hit a bottom sufficient and you know that the next generation is going to be affected so mightily, things change, and my attitude started to change, and, people were putting my pathway, and I started to see things differently. I started to learn what a mother was, and it wasn't just protection and things like that. However, my mothering skills were, not orthodox, apparently. They were unorthodox. I know that I am a mammal. And, yeah, I do. And with that comes, my children knew that some mammals eat their young. Mm-hmm. They also knew the only person on the planet that needed to put up with them was me. And that meant if they'd stepped really out of line, I would duct tape them to me. That worked until they grew up. I used to sit on them too, and one time I'm sitting on my son because, I don't know, he was doing something I didn't want him to do, and finally he goes, "Mom, that's just not going to work anymore." So my husband and I are now separated, and there's been no funeral or no search party. My sons still have a father, and I have an ex, and he has an ex, and we're very, very happy. Right? Yeah. I know. So I, too, am a long-term recovery person. No, I'm serious. You really want me to be in recovery. Because today, I know there is a God. And why? Is because he answers every prayer I pray to people I don't like that hurt my feelings. And guess what? They all still live. Again, no missing persons. So this last year, who knew? I'm in my 50s, which 50s rock, way better than 40s, certainly better than 30s, and much better than 20s. In my teens and my 20s, I was still waking up in different places, or coming to in different places, I don't know. I called it traveling then, but there was no... There wasn't any itinerary or luggage. So about a year and a half ago, I met the man of my dreams. I was 11 years sober. Yeah. And I think he was 5 months. It's not all true. Sometimes it does work out. Yeah. He doesn't bury bodies for me. Calls me out. Says, you can think about it, but no touchy. I guess what I really love this Hilarapy because it really does break down stigma. And I've lived with a lot of stigma. Typically, through my lifetime, I have been who you've wanted me to be. What you see me to be, that's who I've become. So, yeah, I'm really grateful that through my recovery, through this project, I'm getting to stand in my truth, and that's unfolding a day at a time, an hour at a time. But I will end with this, because tonight I had one of those God shots. Lizzie opened up with, feeling everything, mourning with everybody on the planet. That's what happened to me on Wednesday night. I was howling in the shower. I had no idea what was going on then. Thanks for the answers. So, God bless you. Thank you for my time.